Now shifting our focus to Tamil Nadu, where TVK chief is all set to hold his second state conference. Let's get you more details on this. Now all eyes are on Madurai today as actor turned politician Vijay TVK is going to have its second state conference, a massive show of strength ahead of 2026 assembly polls. But unfortunately, the crowds have already sparked chaos on the ground. Over 1.5 lakh supporters thronged the sprawling 500-acre venue on the Madurai-Thoothukudi highway, where a grand stage and ramp have been set up for Vijay's address, which is going to take place at 4 p.m. today. Now, the huge turnout has triggered severe overcrowding and heavy congestion at the venue. In fact, more than 10 people fainted in the crush and were revived with IV drips and ORS at the on-site camps. In fact, over 50 ambulances and about 3,500 medical staff, they are on standby at the venue. Arrangements have also been made to shift patients to hospital in case any such situation arises. Meanwhile, schools and colleges in the nearby areas, they remain closed as authorities brace for more crowd-related disruption. Now, Vijay is all set to address the sea of supporters that have been thronging the venue. In fact, in a short while from now, his address is going to start at about 4 p.m. today. Now, my colleague Tejakshi is joining me on this story. Tejakshi, you've been covering this story. You've been through how the first state conference was, and now we're getting to understand that the crowd is, it's getting uncontrollable. In fact, at this point, we understand 10 people have fainted. What's the situation on the ground right now? And also, more importantly, are the crowd control measures put in place?
Well, Ishita, you rightly mentioned, that due to the upcoming 2026 elections in Tamil Nadu, the political work parties have intensified. In this context, the TVK, the Tamilaga Vetri Karagam party, is holding its second state conference in Madurai today with the slogan, "The history of the election is returning in Tamil Nadu in the victory parade." This conference venue has been set up on the grand scale spread over an area of 506 acres in Parapati in a suburb of the Madurai district in Tamil Nadu. But recently, the latest that we are getting over here is, at Madurai, the conference venue where the conference is happening, a massive crowd, around thousands of supporters led to heavy congestion, causing more than 10 people to faint. They immediately were given IV drips and ORS a solution at the medical camps, which is set up at the venue. Around 200 medical camps have been set up, Ishita, and more than 50 ambulances and teams over 3,500 doctors and nurses have been deployed, to carry out the rescue operations, at the conference, whatever is going to take place. But yes, now that the previously also TVK Vijay had already instructed, the TVK cadres. He had also written a letter to the, giving instructions that, children and pregnant ladies are not supposed to come for the conference. They instead can watch live on the live telecast. And also, he had around 20,000 volunteers across the state of Tamil Nadu are taking part in today's TVK's conference in Madurai, where everybody has given an ID card so that they will be known who is coming from which district. So these kind of arrangements have been made at the TVK's conference to make sure that no. There is no stampede like situation. And I also want to tell you another information, that the latest that we are getting over here is the TVK conference, which was supposed to start at 4 p.m. and it was supposed to end by 7 p.m. due to the crowd and due to the scorching sun out there, where now due to the a heavy crowd situation. The event has been rescheduled to happen around 3 p.m. and to end around 6 p.m. So likely Vijay is expected to speak around between 5 to 6 p.m. Ishita. So the arrangements are still going on, but you can also see that there's a huge ramp in front of the stage. It is about 1 kilometer where you can see that Vijay will be walking on the ramp, and he will be greeting the people who have gathered at the venue, Ishita.
So yeah, so those are the measures that have been put in place to ensure that any untoward situation does not arise at the venue. In fact, and the latest we're getting to understand, viewers, is the event that was supposed to take place from 4 to 7 has now been preponed, in fact, and now the address will start at 3 p.m. and the event will conclude by 6 p.m. in fact.